Okay, so now at this point, if you've seen my last video, Barney Frank has ordered a police officer to arrest me. Like I said, Shane has a video that we do intend on releasing. It's not being posted along with this blog that you're seeing at coterack.com, coterack.com. This is a blogging site that allows us to post our blogs and, you know, share our perspective. We are hesitant to post the video in its entirety because A, it's 11 minutes long and we don't want to cut it up to fit on YouTube and have someone say it was doctored. We also don't know legally if we could record the police officer without his permission, although they can do it to us. So, but me, a true constitutionalist. But he did go on to say some things that would raise question. And as you watch the video, I would like you to ask yourself, and if you don't know the answers, seek them out. Read the Constitution. Find out what our Founding Fathers really meant. First of all, there's something really strange about a legislator commanding a police officer. Barney Frank, as a legislator, has no authority over a police officer. Neither person, the law writer and the law enforcer, could cite what I would be arrested for. When I finally got outside of Barney Frank's office, when the police officer finally got me outside, he took my ID and started writing down my information, and he said he was going to run my information. And here I am kind of sweating bullets thinking I've never been in trouble with the law before in my life. And a lot of people joked about me getting arrested, and I even joked about it too, but I never actually thought it would happen. But, you know, whatever. I was sticking up for a right, and a right that the Constitution, I was sticking up for that, and I believed in that so badly that if they were going to arrest me for that, they would have to use a bunk law. So he's writing my information down. Shane's recording this entire time. I'm just angry, and I'm announcing to anyone that'll walk by, Barney Frank just told this police officer to arrest me. And anyone who could hear it. So people started circling around, and I said, I'm being arrested right now. And he pulled out a card. I thought he was going to Mirandize me. He didn't. He still said he was going to run my information. Now, one might ask, at this point, running my information for what? Why? He said he was looking for warrants. I understand searching for warrants. I understand to see if I'm a person of interest. I get all of that. I get that aspect of it. But what prompted that? You need just cause. Barney Frank was just cause enough for you, so people could just say stuff now, and it's reason enough to run my information. So I was telling everyone, this guy's about to arrest me. Barney Frank just told him to arrest me. He's running my information. And then when it came back that I didn't have anything against me, the police officer told me, as you'll see in the video, the sound is kind of fuzzy, I think, but in the video he said he wasn't going to arrest me. And he kind of chuckled a little bit, and he said, Barney Frank never sees anyone unless they're from VIP lists, and he's shocked to find out that one of the people from his district would even come down to talk to him. He was very honest. He was super, super, super honest, I think. He was nice. I honestly think he was a police officer doing his job. I'm not quite sure where Capitol Police are in the pecking order of authority, but I always thought they were higher up than state troopers, and this guy seemed more like an over-glorified rental cop. And I really mean no offense in that, but he had no technology to his disposal. He was writing my information in a little notebook and then using this walkie-talkie to talk to people. And at one point, this young man came up at the spectacle of me being arrested, and he said, "What law are you breaking, Angel?" And I said, "I don't really know what law I'm breaking." So I turned to the police officer and I said, "What law is it that I'm breaking? Because I will write about this. I'm going to be blogging about this entire situation. What law was I breaking? Like, do you know the code? Do you know the law number, the code? Like, do you know the bill? Do you know what it was, the law that was broken? I don't even know the technical term for it, but cops should. You know, when they say, you're in violation of code la 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 la, blah blah, you know, and I don't even know that, but, you know, I just knew that every law has a code number, and he couldn't cite me any of that. And I said, so what would you be arresting me for? And he goes, almost like he was saying they use this technique a lot. He goes, we could have gotten you on unlawful entry, or he came up with something else. I can't remember what it was. He's like, I don't really know the laws in that aspect. That's what we have lawyers for. A police officer, an officer of the law, one who is supposed to enforce the law and enforce the law only, should recognize when someone is breaking the law and arrest them for it. They should know the law so they can recognize when someone's breaking it. They can't look at someone and decide they don't like what they're doing. So arrest them and then find a way to twist that into law. That is some scary stuff right there. And that is a symptom of the progressive movement, that this man had no idea that his behavior was in direct violation of the Constitution. He was just doing what he was told. And, you know, Barney Frank told him to jump. Barney Frank, the law writer, told the law enforcer to jump, and the law enforcer said, how high? That's horrific. Horrific. When the law writer and the law enforcer are in cahoots together. On that note, I do want to mention oathkeepers.org, OATHKEEEPRS, oathkeepers.org. That's a group that likes to educate all members of service, military, cops, everything, so the feds, and, you know the Constitution and know when your higher-ups are asking you to break it and refuse to do so. Your duty is to the Constitution first, everyone else after. And as far as a cop is concerned, his job would be to protect the people before the government. You know? But I'm almost out of juice here again, so I'm just going to wrap this up for a moment. On the Drudge Report the next day, I know there's a lot of news going on, sad news. Drudge Report put up a short blurb. I think it was AP News Press. Shane will put the link up when he types this up in the blog. But there was a story that said there was a pro-life group that was arrested in Nancy Pelosi's suite, and it was unclear whether they were a part of our movement or not, and I have them on film. They were with us. They were protesters. They were not pro-life, as in, like, radical whatevers. They were like us. We just don't want that legislation. They had said, as you'll see in the video, we're going to Nancy Pelosi's office at 2 o'clock to read to her every page of her bill. They were going to read a 2,000-page bill, and they were going to take as long as it took. They were going to do a peaceful sit-in and read the bill to Nancy Pelosi. Now, I read from reports that that they were all arrested at 2:15 p.m., so they weren't even there 15 minutes, and Nancy Pelosi had them arrested for sitting in a public office. And they used the word unlawful entry as the code for arresting those people. So one might wonder, when you watch this video between my exchange with the cop, if that was their tactic that day and how they were arresting people. Because I have those people on video, funny people. They wanted to stop the bill just like the rest of us in that protest, in that rally. And they said that they anticipated being arrested. But they wanted to read the 2,000-page bill to Miss Pelosi. They wanted her to know what she was backing, because she refuses to read it. They all refuse to read it. But they weren't radical pro-life groups. They were against this legislation, and they were with the protest. They weren't violent, and they were arrested for the same reason why the cop threatened to arrest me. And the cop did admit in the videotape that he made it up as he goes along, and that's what his cop union lawyer is for. So thank you. I may do one more post, I may not, depending on if Shane can get the video up tonight or not. But this at least will do for now. You have the entire story. Spread the word. Get this information out there. Thank you.